Hey guys, DT Gaming here. So we're gonna do some fishing here on the sea. We're heading to the 41 here. I'll show you what we're using for a setup. And soon we stop the boat. Yes, that's fine. Alright, so we're doing something a little different. This is still this kind of same set from the same person that messaged me earlier. Um and got his blue tag pull lock. But he did give me some information. He was not using droppers, however, he did say that he was using well, first of all, let me show you what I'm using. The Lurker 100-07 4/0 size hook. Uh Blue Tractant, small saith. And down here's the difference. We're using 3/0 size hook from all extenders. Foam Rubber Fish 001, all yellow. He had great success with using the foam, yellow foam, and also with the blue lurker, so it should be good. So listen, guys, I do check all you guys' messages, and I reply back as much to the best that I can. Because without you guys, this channel just would not be possible. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys' support, and I accept all you guys, not just as viewers, but as a friend. It's like a community is like a family, to my opinion. And I'll admit that I love each and every one of you guys, regardless if you guys are for me or against me. I have no grudges. I respect each and every single person in this game, regardless of their status towards me. But either way, I'm happy to make these videos, and I'm going to continue making these videos regardless, up until I physically can't no more. And if that time comes, I will somehow let you guys know that I just can't do it no more. So one thing that we need to keep an eye on, there is rain coming. Maybe it already rained, who knows? Maybe it rained during the night. Or maybe rain is coming. But either way, hopefully that this session be a heck of a lot better than the last. I know some of you guys are not going to be too happy with me using the droppers, but I'm using the yellow foam with this, with the blue lurker, because the blue lurker is supposedly what the pull-off bid on. So we'll definitely give that a go. Also, I made a poll on the YouTube community post and want you guys' feedback. Those that fish to sea, the question is, what part of the boat do you guys like to fish from the most? Do you guys fish from the sides like I do? Do you guys fish from the front? Do you guys fish from the back? Or do you guys fish right from the seat? Don't bother standing up. You fish where you sit. Let me know what you guys prefer. And give me an idea what that you guys find more beneficial of where you fish on the boat. I still think it really matters, to be honest with you, but it's just an interesting you know, conversation or interesting to know. I mean, I'm pretty sure some lot of you guys have voted by now. So I don't even get a chance to perk or anything. Soon it hits the bottom, and fish grabs it. Unfortunately, they're not good fish yet. But you know, I'm starting to learn that catching cusk is not a bad thing. Especially if they're above 5 kg. That's like almost 20-25 silver for each fish that's over that size limit. So 5 kg cusk, if you catch 4 or 5 of them, that's going to be 100 silver right there. And if you guys want to target cusk, aim for them around evening or when it's raining. Fish got away. How you like that? And I set the hook too. Should reach the bottom this time because the fish did get off. I wonder if the fish grabs the lurker. Because sometimes, if you notice that your bait is usually gone if the fish grabs. And, you know, fish got away. And I don't mind catching these sculpins as long as they're 600 gram plus, because you need 6 of them for 600 for the cafe orders. Or, believe it or not, there's 1,200 grams for, well, for 6 of them as well, for a much bigger payout. But you know how rare it is to catch 1,200, 1.2 kg sculpins, let alone 6 of them? That might be a cusk. Definitely a decent size. Could be a haddock. Haddock does the same thing, I found out. $7.8. That's about maybe 25, 30 silver. a nice pull off. Let's see what he bid on. Okay, so the yellow foam. Okay. Way it's fishing is, I might not be able to edit this video. Shameful with the non-marker herrings though. I ain't reached the bottom. I'll try to make sure it's not clouding up yet. Pretty clear. So far, 11 minutes, 13 fish. It's not too bad. Got a few non-markers. I'm gonna pull up. Also a rubber fish. Okay. I want to compare something as long as I remember at the end. to compare the pollock and the saithe to see what pays more. I'm assuming the pollock probably pay more because they give a lot more experience than the saithes. But I never really compared the two. So I want to do it. I want to try to remember to do it. Oh, we got us a little bit of pole here. Could be a cuss though. Oh, a nice cod actually. Too bad it's not really worth that much. Dang it, can you wait just a second longer? Okay, so I gotta make sure I keep it on this speed then. I was saying in chat here, they're talking about the have to go to school just learn how to carp fish. To be honest with you, I watched carp fishing on TV before and stuff. I didn't know what it all consisted of. But I did see people shoving this big ball of gunk on it on their rods. And it was kind of, I don't know why, but they said it was baiting the water, I guess. But when I started playing this game and got into carp fishing, I was kind of overwhelmed when I seen all these different type of rigs where there's pop-ups, there was sinking, pellets, all these different baits, even corn, artificial corn. I didn't know it even existed. Look, I live in an area where carp fishing is not a common thing, but it doesn't mean that we don't have carp here. There's some really big monster carps here in Chicago. If you ever look at Chicago River, for carp fishing on YouTube, Jesus. Those fish are fat for a reason, because they're not stupid. They're intelligent. They will go in areas just to get you tangled and break off. And I seen somebody on YouTube actually was trying to carp fish with a bait cast. It was kind of funny. This guy fought and fought and fought this fat carp in a little canal thing, and he almost had it, and he did something that was should never do with a carp. He tried to pull it with his rod towards him, and he tried to lift the carp, up from the bottom, or well, he was lifting the carp, tried to, and the rod broke where he was holding the handle, right where the reel goes. It just split, and not to mention it broke his reel too. I mean, you're fishing big ass fish with a little bait caster. And it was just a kid, guys. It was an adult. Was maybe he was definitely a teenager. That's obvious. But I know firsthand how carps fight, because when I was younger, trying to think, because this was years ago, maybe 20 some years. I went fishing with my brother one day. We were fishing for some bass, and we seen this weird school of fish come in. We didn't know what the hell they were, but they were big fish, and I thought they were suckers. And I decided to throw a hook and a worm in the middle of the school of fish. And one thing I learned about them fish, that when they hook, they'll fight and they'll spool you. I mean, spool so hard. I wasn't expecting, because like I said, I was fishing bass, not no carps, and this is what it was. A school of carps came in at that point. I underestimated it, and it broke my rod. It was a little Zepco, guys. A little Zepco rod and reel. And I used to catch suckers on this thing. And suckers can't compare the strength to a carp. And this was a carp, because it was massive with a big wide head in it. And you see the scales on them. When I looked at the fish, they were the same color of a carp, but it was shaped different. Because carps are kind of more like a flat fish, like a hard to explain. But yeah, this one, the girth on this fish was just mind-boggling, in my opinion. Because I was young, as I said, maybe I think I was 18 or 20 years old at this time. And anyways, I just got a brand new pole and reel anyways. It was a tournament series. Jeez. Can't think of what the heck it was. I know it was an ugly stick. for the rod, or maybe not. It was indestructible rod. It was called, had this like translucent tip where it glows. The reel was the main focal point, because I don't know, it was some type of tournament series. So it was no Zepco, and that reel I used for pike fishing eventually when we finally got to an area that we could pike fish. Um, we always, me and my brother and his stepdad, we always went out to explore areas around our area, around us, and we found this one river. We lived in Escanaba at the time, which was Upper Michigan, and we found the bridge that we gone across, and with a big river was below, and we were curious because we were told by locals that this spot had pikes and walleyes and smallmouths. So of course we had to go and give it a go, And I was determined to catch a pike one way or another. And I did research and everything and studied pike fishing. And I found my favorite lure was actually a spinnerbait that had like a black and red skirt. And I tell you one thing, I learned right then and there that pikes, they hate or love the color red, but man, they charge at those lures with vicious force. The biggest pike I caught in real life was like 7 to 8 pounds, which isn't really that big if you think about it. But man, they fight. They fight amazingly. I actually got bit in the hand one time by a pike because I was trying to remove a special lure that I had, and I didn't know anything about pikes and their teeth at the time. Because when I first caught my first pike, I went to go try to get the lure from its mouth, and one thing I learned, they bite. Oh my god, they bite. I did not know. And my hand was just torn right up. Then I learned that pikes have teeth. I kind of wish I knew that because it hurt like hell. But if you guys ever live in the Michigan area, Upper Michigan, like around Lake Superior, if you ever heard Sturgeon River, this goes to Escanaba. This whole river system goes to an entire Upper Michigan. And yes, it's called Sturgeon River for a reason. There's sturgeons in there, lake sturgeons. Not like I was trying to fish for them. There's no way in hell I would ever caught one of those fish. And here in the United States, you're only allowed to bag one a year. But now with the caviar, it's kind of banned here in the States of keeping the fish. If you catch it, you gotta throw it back. Can't keep them. And because people used to just take the fish out of the water, they harvest the eggs from them, then discard the fish. They'll literally cut the belly of the sturgeon just to take the fish out from the fish, and they throw it back. To me, if you're going to use a fish for something like that. Don't use it just for its caviar or eggs. You could probably use part of the fish for meat and stuff too. I'm pretty sure you can eat sturgeon. But nope, caviar is the main thing people want from the fish. Just throw it back. I think it's shameful. And when me and my brother was fishing, we went to this place called Johnson Lake, and it was this was where we found the school of carps, and of course the bass. For some weird reason, one summer there were so many sunfish. I mean sunfish and bluegill. It was crazy. We caught way too many, and I kind of regret it because we caught a lot of the fish. Not to mention, we kept a lot of fish. Did we use all the fish? No, we didn't. We used like half of them. So a lot of the fish went to waste. A lot of lives lost because I don't know. We felt bad for it. And now when we did fish after that, we only kept like 5 each. And we'll put them in like on a fishnet thing. Not a fishnet, but we had like you see in Fishing Planet, the fish jail they call it. And they claim that it's harmful in the gills. It probably is, to be honest with you. I never thought of that until I played Fishing Planet. But then we started using stringers, which we didn't have no net like that, like they would in the games. But we kept our share of fish and used that for cooking. There was one point when I went bass fishing on my own early morning. I walked from my home. And this was a good 2-3 mile walk from where we lived. And I caught this massive bass. This little about 4 pound. And I did keep the fish. I took pictures of it, of course. But I kept it in this cooler. And we were going to do something with it the day after. But then the fish was still alive when we the next day. And we were looking at it and kept looking at it. I said, this fish has a will to live. So we decided to take that fish back from the cooler, and we drove it back to the lake, and then we let it go. The fish swam away like there was nothing wrong with it. I don't know how it managed to survive that long in a cooler of water. And it was not aerated, or we call it. Either way, the fish stayed alive and we let it go. So I do have a heart towards some things. Always have towards what animals and wildlife. Why I got so many dogs. I got 4 dogs right now. Because we love every single one of them. We had dogs that passed. Several dogs that passed. Especially cats and dogs. I think the hardest one that's gonna hit me is when my big dog passes. He's going on 8 years old, and his lifespan is between 12 and 15, depends on his quality of life. So every day I worry about waking up and he's not, not moving or anything, or something happens to him. But I did almost lose my dog during last summer because he had this weird growth on his tail, and I didn't know what was going on. But I did know that it had been dealt with. So me and my brother looked around and found pet insurance. I won't say the name of it because it turned out to be a very, very bad program. You know what? It wouldn't matter if I say the name, but I wouldn't get into it, guys, because there's a catch to it. It's called Total Care Credit. But either way, we got the insurance because of our dog. And when we got him had surgery and stuff, they took the big mass off off his tail, the base of his tail, and they come to find out it was cancer. But thankfully, it did not spread. We got it in time. But the reason why we got the surgery was because he decided to dig his rump on a chain link fence, tore it open, not completely torn, but enough to be concerned about. But then he started doing this against our garage, which is made of wood and whatnot. When I came back home, I seen the side of the garage just covered in blood. I was like, what in the heck happened? It was just a trail going all across the siding of the wall, and I didn't know what to think. And I came in my room and looked at my dog, and his uh, wound, or that skin growth on his tail, was split open and bleeding all over. I right away grabbed him and I rushed him to the nearest animal hospital. And they did immediate surgery that night because otherwise he would have lost much blood. So if your dog has some type of large growth and stuff, just be careful, as if these break, they can bleed. Anyways, I'm sorry for all the talking and stuff. At least it was nice talking to you guys. At least it makes a video not so boring to watch. But if you guys had any real life fishing experience and stuff that is memorable to you, let me know in the comments, guys. I do appreciate it. I'll read each and every single one of you. I'll reply to each and every single one of you as well. That's the way I do. Sometimes it might not be right away, but sometimes it'll be as soon as you guys post, because I'm always up. I got my phone. I get notifications from each and every single one of you. But if I'm resting, then I'll definitely reply when I wake up. I'm actually impressed with the bite rate. 37 minutes, up to 40 fish. So it's almost one fish a minute. It's actually almost two fish a minute. But it's about to slow down because nighttime is always a pain in the ass with fishing. But I'm pretty sure this should be a decent payout. Night is approach. That means that we probably will be catching more cuss now. And to be honest with you, it shows rain, but I think it rained during the previous night. Otherwise, they would have done it by now. But I'm not gonna complain. I still need to catch a few big cuss still. Because I can't compare the cuss if really is going to get me over 100 silver. But I still need to check the Sates and the Pollock of the same size. Because if they are worth the same size for the Sates and the Pollock, when I actually go as viewed by the most expensive fish, we should be able to tell side by side when we catch them. So at this point, it's going to be harder to get fish to bite. Just let it sit like this doesn't matter anymore. This is when you kind of want to start perking. That sinks slow though. I want to try to keep the bite rate up. I don't want to keep catching these small fish though. That does not help. The one thing I noticed is that I always manage to get like close to 50 fish when I'm doing this type of fishing. So when I seen the guy that I was talking about got the blue tag Pollock, he had like 87 some fish, maybe like 15 to 1700 silver. I think this is without the blue tag Pollock for this net. I think he made over 2,000 and some silver. He said that he made over 50,000 silver and in like 10 days, if that's correct. And maybe I read wrong, or maybe it was the past few months. Few months or several days. Either way, it's impressive. That kind of motivates me to keep fishing here and just don't give up. Keep using the exact same stuff. If I can make 700-800 silver just from fishing what I'm using now, I will continue uh, fishing here. But if I can make that much in an hour, you bet your ass I will be keep repeating this till I can make my silver. As I'm right now trying to save for a new sea reel, so I can catch the big fish too. I'm still trying to debate what I'm gonna go for. I wanted to go with the Venga C40, but people are trying to talk me out of it to go for the what is that? The Barcella, what do I call it? I probably spelled that wrong or pronounced it wrong. I do apologize. I gotta look at the name just to pronounce his name properly. I think it's Boris something. But that's like 80 some thousand silver, where the real is thinking about is 50 or 60 some thousand silver. And yes, there's almost double the mech weight for the other one versus the Venga C40. I'm gonna be hitting it close to get to that 50 fish. Decent sized fish come out though. I'm pretty sure it's probably hitting around 600-700 silver. Maybe more based on if there's any cafe orders. So far, 48 minutes. Look at that. We're actually right on the one fish a minute count. Wish they bite more frequently though, because I do want to reach 50. I thought that'd be a nice fish, and here's a damn little cod. I'm hoping to get back into fishing this year, but I don't know. Not with this foot injury. Still wearing a surgical boot after 9 weeks. Actually, it's going on 10 weeks now. But this was 10 weeks after the second surgery. Well, at least we made it to 50 fish in the hour. Yeah, we catch a couple more beyond that. Hopefully they're the markers. Pull one more fish out of here. Oh, crap. Wasn't expecting that. Head shakes, guys. Long fish. I think we got a sword. Can't believe this fish bit right at the end of this ticket. This is why I always keep spare tickets on. Okay. Gonna be a little bit of fight here. I'm bringing in slowly, but he's got a bit of a pull there. I'm not speed reeling because this would be a mistake if we do that. Oh, you broke me. I had it right in the 60s too. I had a tuna on the blue worker 1 point. Although it was like 22 kg. Only tuna I caught was that long ago when because I think that was within the first few weeks that the sea got released. What do you guys think this is based on this head stakes? Please calm down. Trying to catch me off guard. After I catch a fish, I'm going to sell fish. Video's going on long enough. It's over an hour now. Because I wasn't expecting catching hooking this fish. I hope it's not a basket. I'm pissed. Come on, calm down. Have hooked into baskings at the 41. I hooked into like I said, the tuna, a small one, a 22 kg one, and I caught my biggest swordfish here. Freaking face itches right now. I don't know why I did that, but hit the wheel by accident. Just trying to keep my energy up. If I see a big gaping mouth down there, I'll be pissed. But either way, it's be my record basking. This really is a basking though. not like it's nothing to brag about. But it has that shark, that head shakes like a shark. It could be a Greenland shark too, which is an interesting fact. Do you know a Greenland shark is actually the oldest living animal on Earth? 400 years they can live up to. But next to the black coral, that's about 4,500 years. But this is a living thing, though. And a turtle, the oldest turtle, is 190 years old. His name is Jonathan. I've seen pictures of him. Look at that god dang thing. That is a mouth that you don't want to see. $98.5. That's dang it, game. I think my other basket was 101. Wasn't aiming 100 kg and it still tried to break me several times. How is the question? Oh, 141 is my biggest one. The Hunter 1001. Okay, let's go sell our fish. So while we are driving back to the harbor here, I decided to check something. This guy took on the Lurker 107. So guys, be careful. If you're using this lure, you are capable of hooking into a basking shark at the 41. You can see my driving skills, how I drive back into the well, I'm trying to figure out how to actually get back there without crashing. I see right there in front of us. I see the town, so we gotta go straight forward. Yeah, I'm not good at this. Oh, I actually did fall in the port easily enough. If we can. Crash into something. That's perfect. Okay, let's go check the cafe. Right, need to compare some fish, guys. They get plenty of sates, actually. 116. Take out my calculators. I can get this calculator right. I'm not gonna bar check the scope, and there's no way I caught that many. Right. I want to check the cusk here. 27. I did say that it's between 25 and 30. about 72 for 4 of them. So if there was about 5 kg, this would have been over 20, 25. I would say 20 actually, because that's 7.8. That's 27. All right, so let's check this safe and pull-locks. So hour and 11 minutes. Okay. 5.2, 5.3 kg safe is the biggest safe I have. And as for the pull lock of that size, if I have that size, that's 70. That's 11. That's pathetic, guys. Jesus. Anyway, so in total, 856 silver. Take that guy off. That's 597. I was right. I said about 600 silver before that fish. So that gives us total of 972 silver. So I'm not gonna complain about that. That's pretty good. And let's check the condition. I don't think it did anything really. Spools is kind of hurting a little bit on that. The friction brake is 7.1%. So it's not too bad. I don't need to fix it for a while. Anyway, guys, it's gonna be it for the video. Like the video, guys. Hit that like button. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.